Admonistration across the nation. This is a theme song. It's not very long. Hello, Stevie here as usual. So, it's been a while. It's been over a month since I posted any episodes on here. A few reasons for that, which I'm going to go into. This is basically just a massive update episode, massive ramble, lots of important stuff to cover. First things first, just get it out of the way. I am not stopping the Moncast. I don't want to. I'm not going to. In fact, I am diving back into it full force, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So, first of all, why the prolonged absence? Well, without going into any great lengths about it, I've had mental health issues throughout my life. Dealing with them now, getting over it, and that's all been handled, so I'm getting better again. But I have made some other changes. Namely, I quit the job that was making me depressed. I do have savings, so I can last for a while on those, and I'm looking for other work, mainly part-time stuff, and essentially, I have no income at the moment, which is why some of the big changes are happening here. But yeah, we'll get to that. Other big change, apart from quitting my honestly rubbish job, is I've moved out of my dad's house, and my friends Josh and Emily have very, very kindly given me a room, basically rent-free until I get myself an income. Basically, at the moment, I'm just paying for food and contributing to electricity, and that's pretty much all I'm paying for while I get myself back on my feet and get myself happy again. So things are pretty good in that regard. I'm pretty set. I'm living in a place with people I like, closer to other people that I like, so friends are nearby, and I'm in the place I'd much rather be right now. Also, another big change is my friends have cats. There may be meows in the background every once in a while, because I don't think they've been fed yet today, so they're a bit restless at the moment. So you might hear cats on my end. Also, my computer is now in a shared living space for just social activity reasons. So I'm just going to be managing recordings and stuff around my housemates. I'm recording right now just while one of my housemates is working in London and the other one's upstairs, presumably still asleep. So basically, I've quit my rubbish job, moved in with good friends, and I'm now spending my time doing things I enjoy. But not everything I enjoy earns money. I'm basically living off of savings at the moment. So here's what I am doing. I have made some significant changes to the Moncast Patreon with the reward tiers, and I will go over those now. But basically, this Patreon now will be directly contributing to my food bills, my electricity bills, and eventually rent. If you support the Patreon, you are directly supporting me in making this podcast. It's a massive contribution. Honestly, absolutely amazing if any of you decide to pledge. And if you do decide to pledge, no matter how much, massive, massive thank you in advance. Just thank you so much. Like, honestly, it helps a lot. If you can't pledge, saying that now, don't. If you can't afford it, do not. Just don't. I'm not your responsibility. I'm fully grown and I'm going to have to look after myself regardless. So if you cannot afford to pledge, do not pledge. That simple. Feel free to share stuff instead. So share the Patreon with friends, share the episodes, all that stuff. That would honestly help just as much, if not more, to help grow this community and get more people interested in the Moncast and the Patreon. So yeah, the new reward tiers. I couldn't decide what to name them really. I wanted something to do with Pokemon and Digimon, of course, but I didn't want to go just one or the other. So I basically pulled them together. So we've got 4 essential tiers. First tier is the basic rookie tier. It is just $1 a month, and it includes notifications whenever I make new episodes or do anything else on Patreon. So general Patreon posts and updates as well. And everyone will get their name listed in the show notes of every episode going forward as well. Unless requested otherwise, of course. So even $1 a month, you will be listed under the Patreon supporters in the show notes. Everyone will get some form of credit on the podcast there. Next tier up is the Stage 1 Champion. Pokemon has really rubbish names for levels. That is $5 a month. But the Stage 1 Champion tier gets you everything from that first tier, of course. You will also get your name mentioned in the outro of every episode. You'll also gain access to episode notes, a top secret Dropbox I've put together, so that has got all my show notes that I've got saved. So going back as far as episode 5 of the first season, they're all catalogued on there, and you can look through them at your leisure. You'll also gain a patron role in the Moncast Discord server. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but I intend to, since I'm at my PC a lot of the time gaming and stuff anyway, basically just sit in the Patreon voice chat a lot of the time. So I'll let people know if I'm going in there and people can join in and just chat with me and stuff. And there'll be a Patreon text chat as well. And who knows, maybe I'll set in more categories and stuff. A lot of Discord servers have a meme channel, so I might do that. But yeah, I'll be in that Patreon voice chat a lot. just for patrons to jump in and chat with me. Next one up is the Stage 2 Ultimate tier. That is $10 a month, and this tier includes everything from the previous tiers again, and you gain access to the Moncast Uncut via a Patreon RSS feed and also Patreon posts, which is uncut versions of the episodes. So instead of editing out all the juicy bits and the outtakes and stuff, they'll be in there. Anything extra will probably be on that feed as well. You get access to all the old ones as well. Lastly, and I don't really expect anyone to take this tier, is the Mega tier, because there's Mega Evolutions and Mega Digivolutions. Haha, Mega. It is $20 a month. Everything from the previous tiers again, but you also get a monthly Discord or Skype call with myself. It's minimum of 30 minutes, where we can do whatever you want. You want me on your podcast, you want to chat, you want to play some video games, whatever. But yeah, that's just there for the people that really like me, want to give me lots of support, and just have money to burn. That's 4 tiers. Pretty simple. Basic Rookie, Stage 1 Champion, Stage 2 Ultimate, and Mega. Personally, I think Stage 2 Ultimate's the best. I like the uncut episodes. I've also made a couple new milestones and may add more in future. But if we reach $50 a month, I'll be starting up a new side series covering Pokemon and Digimon films on a monthly basis. So not just as and when I feel like it. It will be a set monthly thing. It'll be alternating between the two franchises. It'll be like a Digimon film, then a Pokemon film. Back and forth. If we hit $100 a month as well, that'll be twice a month instead, until we run out of films. Then I'll come up with something else. Those are the milestones. Apart from that, what is the podcast actually going to be doing? So, I want to do 3 episodes a week. I want to release those episodes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I have a plan for what those episodes are going to be. First of all, Friday. That's easy. That's going to be one of the main series episodes. So that'll be starting this Friday. All the uploads are going to be at 7:30 UK time from now on the dot. So 7:30 UK time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, there'll be something from the Moncast. And Friday, it'll be a main episode, and starting from next week, so this will be on the 12th of November, I've got a side series I recorded with some friends on Digimon Adventure Try. So those will be the Monday episodes for the next 6 weeks, after which we'll run out of that series, and those will probably be main episodes, unless we have like a new series going on. Film episodes, I'll probably put those on a Monday as well. Wednesday, I'm thinking we're going to make just an Admon episode maybe. Be an Admon episode or covering something outside of the anime maybe. I'm thinking like Admon might become more feedback and news roundup for the week. So cover any Pokemon or Digimon news maybe. I don't know, I'm open to suggestions, but that's the main idea is Monday will be Try for the next 6 weeks, then who knows. Wednesday will be Admon, and Friday will be main episodes. So starting this Friday, it'll be episode 219, covering Grin to Win, which is a Pokemon episode, and An Old Enemy Returns, which is a Digimon episode. And that's what we've got coming. One thing I do want to say as well is that I'm putting all of the Digimon Adventure Try uncut episodes out on the Patreon tonight. So that full series will be there in uncut form as soon as you pledge, basically. So if you pledge $10, you'll immediately get access to that series in its uncut form. And the edited versions will be up on the usual RSS feed. Oh, I needed that water so bad. So yeah, that's what's happening with the Patreon. And yeah, every single pledge massively helps. Just like I am cutting costs at the moment and buying my own food, paying for electricity. So if you support this Patreon, honestly, it means the absolute world. Thank you so much. And even if you don't support, even if you're just listening through all of this rubbish, thank you as well, because honestly, your support is amazing. So this Friday, the 9th of November, I'll be turning 22, and there'll be a new episode up. And then it'll be once a week after that for the main episodes, once a week for the Try episodes, and once a week for the Admon episodes. And who knows, maybe I'll do more. If the Patreon really kicks off, and I can consider doing this full time, I absolutely will. I would love that so much. But not going to get too far ahead of myself. I'm going to be job searching and stuff on the side, unless this really kicks off. If you want it to kick off, share it with everyone. Show your support on the Patreon, pledge, all that stuff. But until then, thank you for listening to this ramble, and I hope you continue to enjoy the podcast, and look forward to lots and lots of new episodes going forward. Bye!